What's up, folks? What's up? So I just had a little moment. I had a little moment last night, and you know, I share everything with the channel, but you know, some things that are seen cannot be unseen, and some things make you really appreciate the people on the channel. So I've been working really hard on OTWP report, as y'all know, but you know, I thought if I got it monetized, it would help a little bit to offset the expenses for the channel. And needless to say, the old OTWP shot my channel down. They will not monetize it. I can reapply, but I don't think reapplying is a good idea, honestly. They want me to go through the channel and take basically everything down. So if y'all would comment on this video if you're on Rumble. Comment if you're on Rumble. Comment if it's time for me to head to the Rumble. Right now I'm working with Rumble. Hold on one second, folks. Hold on one second. You gotta check the mail, the old mail. Anyway, comment on this video if you're on there. And I'm working with them right now to merge the two channels together, because for some reason I have two channels over there. And it's not that the, you know, OTWP report's gonna stay. There's just gonna be different ways to help the channel, by maybe purchasing a t-shirt or coming to the auction. I'll start putting so much of the auction money back into OTWP report to keep it. I love the channel. I'm not sure why they said harmful content and controversial content. Well, somebody somewhere, you know, they don't want us talking about anything. I wonder why that is. I think on Rumble, though, we would have an easier way to talk about whatever without being so filtered. And I'm really tired of the censorship and the filter. You know, everything is censored, and I don't know how long Rumble will be uncensored, honestly, because it's owned by Canadians. And I don't know if y'all realize this, but there's a bill, and I'll post it in the video up here. There's a bill out right now in Canada that would make it illegal to pray, speak about the Bible, or quote any biblical verse as a defense in for you not submitting to doing something. Very interesting, very, very interesting bill. And I will place it up here on the channel because, you know, we're living in this world of everyone has to be politically correct. Everybody needs to go with the flow of the commotion, or you are anti-government, anti-everything. And I don't think that's true. I think that's it's the fear-mongering and the things that are getting stuffed down our throats. I think that people are tired of the censorship. And folks, there's going to come a point, and we're going to talk about it here in just a minute during this live stream, the rule of three. And I think that we all really need to take that into consideration. I don't care what political party you stand for, because in my opinion, the political parties are no longer representing the people of the United States. They're no longer representing the people. And that's a huge problem. That's a huge problem. The middle class is getting smashed, and the middle class is paying for it. You know, the disturbing situation that happened in front of the embassy after watching the video. I'm posting it on the Telegram channel. It got to me. It got to me is, why would somebody do that? Or is it orchestrated? Or is it real? Is it fake? Like anymore, which I'll also be showing another video here. You may think that you're flirting with the most dynamic, beautiful woman ever, or the most handsome guy ever, but AI is unbelievable. The things you can do with AI is unbelievable. And I think the more AI comes out, the harder it's going to be for people to figure out if something is reality or fiction. And that is to me, it's huge scary. Because think about it, folks. If you think I'm sitting here driving in a car, but really I'm just standing in front of a green screen, which I'm not, but just saying. And I have one of those little things on, and they can change your view of reality. It would be like tripping on drugs 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, without coming out for a break. There's certain things about technology that are really very awesome. You know, we have the capability of the internet, which in return gives us a library at our fingertips, a DIY at our fingertips, able to meet all of you at our fingertips. But then on the other hand, there's a very evil and dark side to it. And I guess the point that I'm making is that I feel like I need to put out a different kind of information over on Get Ready to Rumble. And, you know, just comment in the chat. And I think that we're going to have to do a live stream over there every week. And I hope that you'll do something to help support OTWP Report. It's really grown. I'm really excited about the channel still. I just don't think I should try to ever monetize it again. And they may go back through and take the channel down. I don't know. I'll show you what they sent me as well. And monetization, I want to let new channel creators know that monetization doesn't do a whole lot for you financially. You know, people get all excited about monetization, but what it does do is it can give you a little base, especially if you're getting thousands of views on your video, and it can give you a little base to be able to expand your channel, do things with your channel. But really, to make a decent, if you're gonna like go full-time on YouTube, good luck, because you got to remember, that quick, they can, as quick as they can monetize you, that quick they can take your channel completely away. Every piece of information that you've ever had on your channel, you know, and I know personally, you know, I had over almost 2 years of work into the other channel, 13,000 subs, over 1 million views, one video, one of my very first videos, over 100,000 views, very quickly. And they took it away without warning, without reason, and off of a monetized video. So I just want to put that out there. Don't think that if you're coming to YouTube and you think that you're just doing it for the money, I got another thing to tell you. You better have passion for what you're doing, because it's going to be a long time coming before you can go full time, unless you figure out a little niche that you could get into that would explode. That would, ooh, I said explode, that would grow really quickly. So I just wanted to bring this video to you before I go live, and I'll see y'all in just a minute on the live stream. I'm okay. I just have a big heart. Sometimes I wear that heart on my sleeve, and sometimes I honestly can't unsee the things I see, and I'm sure many of you know what I mean. So let's get on to the live stream and talk about why the rule of 3 is so important. I'm doing errands, and I'm also going to get a calzone. Oh, that sounds so good. We don't eat out very often, but I was in the mood for a little Italiano, so I'll be back on in just a minute. Volume. Now there's volume. Okay. It was just okay. I got it. I want to say that first, I have my little moments sometimes, and I seen something yesterday, and it just got to me. It got to me. And with having PTSD, sometimes it really gets to me, right? So I want to say, like, no matter what, no freaking matter what, folks, the rule of 3, y'all might be going, well, we know what the rule of 3 is, OTWP, but do you know what the 3-3-3 rule is? See, if you have PTSD or if you have high anxiety, there's also a rule that's called 3-3-3. And it helps to basically bring you back down and to calm your nerves. So the first thing when you do the rule of 3-3-3, we're going to talk about a couple different rules. We're going to talk about the rule of 3 in survival, and we're going to talk about the rule 3-3-3. So 1, you look for 3 objects and you name the objects out loud. Literally, coffee cup, headset, glasses. That's all you do. The second part is you listen for 3 sounds. 3 sounds. And then the last one is you move 3 body parts. Move your arm, move your arm, move your leg. It literally releases anxiety. It really helps. And I want to say I seen in the chat last night that many of you have PTSD from all different reasons, all different things that have happened to you. And each one of us, no matter what the anxiety is, or if you have PTSD, or if you just get a little overtensed, the 3-3-3 rule really does help. It actually is unbelievable in a matter of a minute how you can just, it's like this burden just comes off your shoulders and you're like, I'm all right. And in a survival situation, that same 3-3-3 rule may help you. When we're faced with major things, I'm talking the real SHTF in our face. I think that we're already in this economical mess. We are already watching the America that we know and that we grew up in disappear in front of our eyes. But I think if you learn that rule 333, that it could help you a lot. And I hope that it helps to calm someone here or to just mellow you out. And you say, okay, you have certain songs. Yeah. And I'm like, Kentucky, I'm definitely like that. You know, many people don't know the other one. And it may help you even more, KY, is when you're listening to that wonderful music, is that you do the 333, right? That you look at your kids or your wife or your dog or your fishing pole or whatever it may be, and then you listen for three sounds. And it could be the sounds of the music, the sounds of the drums, the sounds of the guitar, the sounds of the voice that bring back all those good times, and then move three body parts immediately. It really, really does help. Um, yes, part of the Ozarks are on fire. We had a 400-acre fire and we have some more, but Texas is what I'm worried about. Texas Red Lake, I just seen you come in. Are you okay, man? Is everything cool in your area? Or, I mean, it's over 1 million acres, and they said it's only 3% contained in Texas. So we have a lot of our brothers down there and sisters in Texas, and so that concerns me. Cindy B's down there, Texas Red Leg, Roaming Prepper, um, the Cold War Prepper. So we have a lot of good people down there, good channel creators down there too.
There's some subs down there too.
Yeah, and we got a lot of subs down there that are channel subs that are down in Texas. So we all need to be lifting them up for sure. The other rule three that I want to talk about is survival. The rule three in survival. And I know probably many of you know what the rule of three is. Go ahead and name it in the chat because there's new people mingling in the chat or new people watching that don't know. Many times we take these rules and we don't really put them into effect. We just think about, well, it's 3 days without this, 3 days without that, 3 hours without shelter. But where does that really play in, right? Where does it really play in? In a survival situation, the rule three is going to be very important because it's the priorities in order to survive. But it's really, right? The rule of three in survival really is if you're outside in the wilderness, right? So I think that that's a big, big thing is that we have to learn to differentiate. How does the rule of three apply to me if I'm bugging in? How does it apply if I'm lost out in the forest? The rule of three was really originally started from wilderness survival, not from prepping survival bugging in, but it still comes into play. The rule three is generally the rule three that contains the following: you can survive 3 minutes without air. So many of us should take that statement right there and we really should put it into a higher priority, a much higher priority, because everybody in the chat is talking about fires. Can you breathe in a fire? Can you literally breathe in a fire? No. What do they tell you to do? Get down on the ground, right? Get down on the ground. And I think that if we really look into these things, we need to take them a little more serious. I think that every single one of us in the chat should get a respirator. If you don't have a respirator, you should get one. You should have some type of, you can always use a bandana if you want to prep on the cheap. Wet that bandana. If you have nothing else with you, carry a bandana or a handkerchief, right? Carry it with you. Um, yeah. And right now, thousands of cattle are have perished. What's that going to do, folks? I mean, not that we're eating our own cattle because our cattle get shipped overseas and then come back. So um, it's definitely screwing with the industry, the beef industry and the cattle industry for sure. And there was a lot of problems already, so it's just going to escalate. And we all have to reflect back to on that little situation. Um, I know we're talking about the rule three, but this really comes into play is that we were talking about that about a year ago when they all the Texas ranchers were lined up taking their cattle to slaughter early. They were taking them to the slaughterhouses and the feed yards early because, right? Because dragonflies may be able to help you, the unknown snows. Dragonflies, see if you can help reach out to dragonflies. So if you think about that situation, and they sold off so many cattle, and then the prices are going up, up, up. The last time I looked, just the other day, it's like 40, 42, 43%. Now with what's happened in Texas, we're probably going to even see a bigger increase. But let's think about the oxygen source. How many of you have liquid oxygen in the bottle? We purchased that on Amazon, the liquid oxygen, and they're not cheap. They're not cheap. But the thing is if you have bad breathing or if you have asthma or something like that, or if somebody in your family does, or if somebody has a serious situation, you're definitely going to want to be able to help them, right? You're definitely going to want to be able to help them. And that little liquid oxygen, it works. I think it was like $15 a bottle, and we just try to pick them up, and we don't have that many, but at least we have a few. Also, your animals are going to suffer from the same thing, is without air, clean air, and if it's smoky or if there's a nuclear situation, we're going to have a serious problem. So that's the first rule of three, is 3 minutes without air. The next one is 3 hours without shelter. 3 hours without shelter, but we also got to take this into accountability. If they're talking about wilderness, they're talking about being out in the elements. It still would apply if in a real SHTF, or if there was just traded 6 dozen eggs and 2 roosters for 30 pounds of fresh ground beef. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, and that's a good thing. And I think many people will do at Papa's Farm. I think more and more people will do it because we're going to have to rely on each other. But that's a great score right there. Um, but when you're talking about the 3 hours, right, the 3 hours without shelter, they're really talking about a survival situation outside. But what if an SHTF situation happens? Let's run a scenario. It could be a major weather catastrophe. It could be a nuclear situation that you have to evacuate. Are you prepared to go outside and live in the elements with the ticks, the animals, the rodents, and everything else? What's up, Goblin? What's up, brother? What's up, Goblin? Glad to see you, man. I came over there, but your live stream started really late. And dropped in one night and said hello to you. Of course I did. But nice to see you, man. So we got to take into consideration that as well. I think inside our homes, we still have to take into the air purification. How are we going to keep the air good? Hello, Boo. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Most definitely. Most definitely. Hi, Miss JJ Sherry. I sent you an email. Yeah. Paper respirators. I recommend you try and get the true N95s with the cartridge in the front. I agree. Very true. Everyone say hello. I like the new picture. I like the new picture. I was trying to figure out who JJ was when you commented, and then I was like, well, now we know who you are. Yes, please check your email. We sent you several emails, but we haven't heard back from you. Um, I think that I don't know. There's so many things happening right now, folks. I'm not going to get into the news on this channel. I will keep it over at OTWP Report. I went through the channel. I started cleaning up stuff to see if, oh, it's your grandson. Oh, with the long hair. Long hair, freaky people need not apply. Signs everywhere we see signs. 3 days without water is the next one. 3 days without water. I hope that each and every one of you, applies the rule of three, and that you really think about it. I mean, there's so many scenarios that we could sit here and talk about, but I think that the most important thing is that the rule of three is going to come into play, especially if there's a major catastrophe, if there's a nuclear situation. Also, the other thing that's been concerning to me is the report that they just put out about the new nuclear targets in the United States, and off it. Well, I was like, off it. Okay. You would think they would go after Colorado Springs, but it's off it, right? Um, so they're gonna, off it is at the top of the list now. Why? Because it knock out comms, and also all of the freaking doomsday planes are controlled from off it. So think about that. I think that we definitely should prep for nuclear. Do I think it's gonna happen? I don't freaking know. Do I think that Putin's getting sick of the United States? Yeah. But there's something really interesting that just came out. And so we watched a really interesting thing today about that. I think that ooh, got a big old buzz in my ear. I think they're trying to zap me.
Probably
Boy,
are.
huh?
They probably are.
They probably are trying to zap me. Get me off YouTube. Get off of here. um, I think that it's really important if you could do a couple things. One, if you make sure you subscribe to OTWP report. Two, if you're interested in coming to the auctions, I'm going to show a little thing. If you're interested in coming to the auctions, there is a whole new channel because I wanted it to stay separate from our prepping channel and our fun. This channel is off the wall. It's prepping, it's comedy, it's music, it's fun, it's trivia. Every Wednesday night now for the whole month of March, we have a live stream at 7 p.m. Central Time. Over on OTWP Report on the 4th, 10th, 11th, 24th, we have a report. They're going to shift back and forth either on a Sunday or a Monday to give me a break, but also they're at 7 p.m. I changed them to 7. We're still going to have some pop-ups at OTWP Report in the morning, right? But I just wanted to bring that to the channel, let y'all know about that. And here, let me see if I got it here. This is the, oops. Well, shoot, dang. Okay, how do I get that? Okay, that's the auction schedule. Let me show it again if you want to write it down. The auction schedule is at 5 p.m. Central, the 8th, the 15th, and the 27th. And I will post that on all the channels, but it's going to a new channel. The new channel is called the Auction House OTWP. If somebody could drop it. Oh, Dragonflies already did it. Sam Tarhell, what's going on with you? Oh, that's Hill, not Hell. Boo boo. She's a wildflower. So that way it stays completely separate because we had a lot of people coming into the auction and we were trying to like auction and nobody was really talking to the people. So the new channel is all about the auction. I do want to present this real quick to y'all just so that you know if you decide to come to the auction, kind of how it goes. I put this together. Let me see if I can get it to, let me see right there. So this is kind of how the auction goes. All right. You'll definitely notice the
Hey,
the thumbnail.
You're good with sheets. What thread count is good for filtering out smoke if he makes a bandana out of a sheet?
Out of a sheet? Hold on. If I'm about to teach myself and make a batch out of bed sheets, wondering what thread count is best. Higher thread count, the better. The nicer the sheets, the better. So I would say like a 5 something or higher, right? In the thread count. I love Dragonflies used to be like, why are you like all worried about thread counts? And I'm like, because I'm spoiled and I want nice sheets on my bed that feel like wonderful. So definitely if you want to come to the auctions, please sub at the website at the channel OTWP auction. We are going to have them as I said on the 5th, the 15th, the 22nd, and the 29th at 5 p.m. Central Time, right? But I do want to talk a little bit about the auction just real quick before we go into some other stuff. So you need to register to bid. If you've already registered to bid, don't worry about it. You're registered forever. You'll get a number, and that's your number forever, right? All auction items have to be paid for within 72 hours because we're trying to streamline everything so that when the auction's over, y'all pay within 72 hours. We have 48 hours that we're just packing stuff up, and then that way they all go out pretty much at the same time. So it really helps us, especially as many auctions as we're going to start having. The next thing is we're taking PayPal, check with approval. You could end up with a hold on your check for up to 10 days, but we will accept your check. It's just according to if they'll take it or not. And Cash App, right? And we just got those, Blue Butterfly. Thank you very much. I wondered what they were. Thank you.
What are they, though? Ask
What kind of flowers are they? Blue butterfly.
It doesn't say.
So if you, and also we are looking at some other new payment methods that'll be coming up. So you'll have some different options to pay as well. Um, I just wanted to present this to the channel so that you all kind of know what's going on. And they're a lot of fun, and you never know what we're going to have at the auction. It's all different kinds of things. Like this coming auction, there's fishing stuff, there's tools, there's knives, there's traps, there's all kinds of stuff, a lot of prepping stuff, some home decor. There's just a mix of stuff. And so that'll be fun. Oops, I went backwards instead of forward. So you can look for the OTWP auction. It will end up being every week. And we have a new thing that'll be starting here this month, that we will have silver, but it's going to be a little different. The silver is going to give you the opportunity to buy a spot, and then we're going to draw for it. Since this is the grand opening of the OTWP auction house, and this will be the first auction over here coming up, there will be a giveaway. And so we're going to give something away that will help you during the auction. I'm not going to tell what. And so just look for the grand opening of the OTWP auction house. The first auction is on the 8th, which I believe is next Friday, right? It's the same fun times, just new channel for auctions only. I think it'll keep it streamlined and it'll keep it a lot easier. And so we do have the schedule all set up, and I hope that that you'll join the channel and that you'll have fun. I really want to go full time doing auctions. As a member, can we put things on the auctions as well? I've thought about it, but I haven't got it quite figured out for consignment yet.
We're not ready for that yet.
I'm not ready for that step yet, because that's huge, Sam. And I would really have to be, I really would have to know the person or something, because, well, I mean, it could go really south on me, and I don't want to do that yet. But you can reach out to me via email, because I know you and Boo. Reach out to me via email, and we can talk behind the scenes. If anybody else would like to do that, you can email me, and let's put a plan together. That's what I say about that. We can put a plan together. This channel will be dedicated for auctions, so I'm sure we'll start seeing a lot of new people in that channel as I promote it and stuff. It'll be a lot of fun. Huga, your auction item payment came in. So did somebody else's came in today. Little Boots came in today, and pretty much everybody's is in now. So I really appreciate everybody like stepping to the plate and like paying for their items quickly. It really helps.
They're wildflowers.
Huh?
She said they're wildflowers.
Wildflowers, cool. I have a spot for them. They're a wild mix of seeds. At first, I opened that envelope. I was like, uh-oh, maybe this is sent from the CC something, the Chia Pets. I thought maybe a Chia Pet, and then I seen a name on it. And I was like, okay. Well, but I'm going to play a couple songs. Oh, here's the schedule again for the auctions. If you want to see it, it's quick. I'm sorry about that. The 8th, 15th, and 27th right now at 5 p.m. Central. And once again, it's 5 p.m. the 8th, 15th, and the 27th. But we have to have we got to keep walking in faith, light, love, and hope. I know that wasn't a long live stream about the rule of 3. I think that the main thing is to stay on top of stuff, folks. Run scenarios through your head, because every single one of us live in a different setting, some rural, some urban, some apartments, some houses, and each one of our situations is different than the next person in the chat or the next person down the road. Some of us have medical issues, some of us don't. Some of us have kids, other ones have animals. We have to take into consideration all these scenarios. I think that running the scenarios through each one of our own situations, I would say run major catastrophe through your situation. You have to evacuate. You have to get out. You have literally minutes to get the hell out of Dodge, or you're in trouble. That would be a major one. Is my house secure? Can they shake, rattle, and roll the doors and the windows and come in very easily? Do we have a meeting place? Do we have a plan B? Do we have a meeting place in case something horrific happens and we get separated? Do I have special needs children that may freak out if without a plan or without mom or dad being there, how are you going to accommodate those special needs people in your life? I think, how are you going to accommodate the elders or the handicapped, or like my cousin Eddie, the special child, right? It's very important for each and every one of us to really sit down and make the plan. And the plan the best way that I do things, and maybe it's because I'm forgetful, but I write stuff down. And me and Dragonflies will actually sit and talk about different scenarios and how we're going to deal with it. Just like my big thing now is, I think that they're going to try to push rule people out of the rule settings. So how do we deal with that? Where do we go? Who would we lean on? Where would we take temporary shelter? How would we evacuate the animals? What would be our evacuation routes? Do we have a paper map that covers that area? Do we have flashlights in the vehicle? Do we have any self-protection in the vehicle? Because things will probably go rowdy, right? So there's like, you have to sit down and really, you and your family, you and your husband, you and your wife, you and your kids, you have to sit down and you actually have to do it. You have to call a family meeting and say, we're all getting together and we're going to talk about this right now, right here. Because what if you do get separated? I think that's a big thing. Like, my heart would sink if me and Dragonflies got separated, because I would be stressed out. Where is she? Is she okay? I need to get my boo, Tamara, and she's a
I can hold
wildflower.
my own.
I would have to find her. I would not
I can hold
sleep.
my own.
She'll hold her own, but she'll also go off side kilt, and she'll be kicking someone's ass without a little direction from me to calm down. Let's de-escalate the situation and move away from trouble. Dragonflies will just be like, bring it, because she is brutal Bertha. That's where I came up from that saying from, you know. Right, you got to find your boo, and you don't want your boo to be left out in the dark, man.
Me and Tamara and Wildflower would find each other. We'd be kicking ass.
Oh no, the Three Stooges. She's a Wildflower, Tam, and Dragonflies. Oh, did I say the Three Stooges? Well, anyway. No, like, on a serious note, though, you got to have those plans, right? Because boom, we're back at you. But like, seriously, like, on a serious note, we really Dragonflies containment. Hey, Miss Needle. Oh, Miss Needle. Thank you for your pouring out your heart to me last night, Miss Needle. I just thank you. You lifted me up too. I really appreciate everybody that came in last night, even though you all were probably like, "Oh my God, no! Don't be so sad. Get out of it." Yeah, I did. Boom. Oh, Tam. Y'all are a bunch of smart asses. Oh boy, oh boy. A bunch of smart ass. I didn't even say a-holes. I said smart asses.
Boo.
Hmm?
Boo.
Boo. Oh Lordy.
Now tell them why you said that. They don't even know what you're talking about.
Dragonflies put out a song on her channel, something about boo. And I was like, no, you didn't. You're like flirting with every dude on YouTube. I was like, no, that's not right, man. And but tonight, oh my goodness gracious, I watched Dragonflies little short 65 times. Y'all, I am crazy over this woman. This woman drives me insane in a good way, in a really good way. Did I say that too on YouTube? I did. But anyway, I watched her freaking live stream. I mean, her little freaking video. Oh, see, I'm already flustered. She was cracking up because I couldn't help myself. And it's one of those that, which one is it? Is it, no, it's not that one. It has like 500 and some views or something.
It's on a short.
What is it called?
It's on a short.
It's, hold on. No, it's not that one. Every time I watch this over and over, this is the freaking cutest. maybe I don't know. I watch it over and over and over. I was like, she's like, "Are you gonna stop?" I'm like, "No." Boom, boom, boom. Anyway, I'm head over heels over this lady. 11 years plus, and we're still going strong. Well, is that like Duracell?
That's when I want to kick your ass.
uh, yeah, yeah. See, that's the kind of stuff I'm talking about. Should have put a ring on that sooner. I Stop it, Samtar. Oh Lord, just look at the fluffy cuffs. Look at the other items. Oh Lord, help us. Oh whoa, she put a spell on me. Did she put a spell on me? I think she put a spell on me. She put a spell on me. What what is that song called? What is that song called right there? Shake it. Shake it, baby. What's the song called? What is that song called? You don't know. Well, he's somebody. Uh oh well. Well, I think we need a little music. We need to lighten this up tonight. Not that sad crap. Oh my gosh, I was depressed. No, not that sad stuff. Not that. Oh, whoa.
He's probably too busy with watching the loop to do that.
uh, I was so happy. I heard of a wildfire. Yes, it was. Remember I was on the auction and I said I gotta go. Hey, Brandy F, what's up, Brandy?
Yeah, it was like 10 miles from
It
us.
was it was about 10 miles from us. We got in the car. We zoomed to the back of the acreage. We zoomed up to the front, but when we got to the back, it was just bellowing with smoke, and we were like, "Oh shit," you know. But we have to make quick decisions. That's one thing. If we have to make really, really quick decisions because if it is on fire, we need to get out of Dodge. There's no, oh, I'm gonna think about it. It's get your ass and get out and go quickly, right? It's all right to be sad some days as long as you get back up. Hey, I'm back up. Um, I watched something and it really, really, ooh, I watched like three things and they really got to my heart. And then because of the PTSD, it kind of got me triggered and it just kept replaying. And then I went and took a nap. I woke up and I had the nightmare and it's what happens, Boo, is when I have those problems, they've gotten less and less over the years, right? They have gotten less. But when certain things get to me, then and I haven't had the dream for a long time, but I had the dream the other day and I seen her face again over and over and over. And it's like it's on repeat and I can't get rid of it. And it sucks. It sucks the big wazoo. And it makes me very anxious and it makes me very stressed out. And that's what happened. I'm okay. Um
And then when something else happens,
yeah, and then
it'll trigger it.
yeah, dragonflies knows, and then it like kind of compacts. It builds up like something else will happen, and then it adds to it, and it's like, and then there comes a point where I'm just like, oh, and I get like I can't even, and sometimes I'll snap out of it in like 2 hours. Sometimes it's went as long as 2 3 weeks where I was so depressed, like all I wanted to do was sleep. I've learned the rule of three. And that's why, like, I'm talking about the rule of three when it comes to anxiety and the rule of three when it comes to survival. And it really does help. It helps, you know? Um, so if you miss the rule of three, it really does help. And there's a difference between the rule of 333 and the rule of three. Two totally separate things, but both of them are so critical. And I think it'd be good for anybody, like honestly, to learn about the rule of 333 because Dragonflies was like, touch three objects, look at three objects, get out of your head and into three objects. And in a really stressful time or during a SHTF, I think it could help a lot of people. I mean, just saying, I think it could help a lot of people. I put together a new cool little background video and I'm going to play a couple songs. I'm glad to see everybody. I know that we're gonna take a little country tonight, but I want to say that I really freaking appreciate each and every one of you. I really do. Um, I didn't see a lot of comments in the chat about Rumble. Would you all put a one right now if you're on Rumble, if you like Rumble, anything you can tell me about Rumble, hit a one. I messed around with it a little bit. I got a lot of views. I only got like 30 followers, but I got a lot of views off of my videos over there.
What
So
is
hit
your
a one
what's your channel
if
name
you're
over there?
willing to go to Rumble to let me just go at it.
What's your channel name over there?
I don't want to put it out yet. I'm working with Rumble. I'm working with Rumble right now to
Oh,
take the two channels and merge them together.
oh,
So as soon as I talk to the lady again tomorrow, then I'll put it out on the channel. But I would love for y'all to say that you would come to Rumble and rumble with us. And it would be like, once every other week or something like that. But I think that sometimes I am sick of the censorship. But the thing is how long is Rumble going to be where you can really talk? Because it is owned by Canadians. Y'all know that, right? It is owned by Canadians. So I wonder how long it'll be. Hey, Rhonda, I'm glad to see a bunch of ones. I'm gonna play a couple songs. I'll come back on. I appreciate everybody being here. I appreciate everybody going into the premiere earlier. OTWP report is still standing. It'll continue to stand. And I'm gonna play a little country. I'll play a little bit of country just for you there, Blue Butterfly. Well, let's see. Um, oh. Yeah, I got a couple that I want to play if I can get them to play on here. I don't know if I can or not. Oh, I don't know. Let me see. Hold on. Yeah. Yep. Hold on. Hold on a second. Oh yeah, we're gonna go back. We're going back. We're going back. One of my favorite ones. I'm gonna put the Southern slang on tonight. The Southern slang. Put the talk that way, walk that way. We're going to talk a little bit of country. We're gonna have a little bit of we're gonna have a country shang dang right now. We're gonna hee haw it. Hee haw. Hee haw. Hee haw, yeah. Um we well um we're gonna just we're just gonna tear it up tonight. We're going to put in some country music. Let me let me pull up a couple that I don't have a couple more that I don't have to have license for and all that bullshit. Woo lordy. I get sick of all that crap. I can't wait to be somewhere where I can just play some dang music, just to have a good time. Now, I don't know. I didn't preview these songs, so don't hold it against me. Dragonflies, don't hold it against me if I tell you have a beautiful body. Did I just say that on YouTube? Woo, baby.
okay,
It
I
is,
won't.
huh?
Okay, I won't.
Oh, shoot. It's getting hot and toasty up in this cabin
No, it's
tonight.
not.
Huh?
No, it's not. That's all in your mind.
It's all in my mind. It's a figment of my imagination. Oh, well. Somebody somewhere over the rainbow. That's Dragonflies over the rainbow. All right, let's kick back, chitter chatter. I'll be back on in a few minutes. Well, let's go to the hoedown. The hee haw. Can I get some hee haws in the chat? Okay. All right. Here we go. Off and running.
My name's John Lee Pettymore, same as my daddy and his daddy before. You hardly ever saw Granddaddy here. He only come to town about twice a year. 100 pounds of yeast, some copper lime, Everybody knew he made moonshine. Now the revenue man wanted Granddaddy bad. He headed up the hollow with everything he had. For my time, but I've been told he never came back from Copperhead Road. Daddy ran whiskey in a big black Dodge. Bought it at an auction at the Mason's Lodge. Johnson County Sheriff painted on the side. Shot a coat of primer, then he looked inside. Him and my uncle tore that engine down. I still remember that rumbling sound. Well, the sheriff came round in the middle of the night. Heard Mama crying, knew something wasn't right. Was headed down to Knoxville with his weekly load. You could smell the whiskey burning down Copperhead Road. Hey!
And you call this next song, I Walk the Line. I keep a close watch on this heart of mine. I keep my eyes wide open all the time. I keep the ends out for the passerby. Because you're mine, I walk the line. I find it very easy to be true. I find myself wrong each day through. Yes, I'll admit I'm a fool for you. Because you're mine, I walk the line. As sure as night is dark and day is light, I keep you on my mind both day and night. And the happiness I've known proves that it's right. Because you're mine, I walk the line. You got a way to keep me on your side. You give me cause for love that I can't hide. For you I know I'd even try to turn the tide. Because you're mine, I walk the line. Here we go.
Blaming all of my rules, I showed up and go. Ruined your black tie affair. I was the last one to know, the last one to show. I was the last one you thought you'd see there. And I saw the surprise and the fear in his eyes. And I took his glass of champagne. And I toasted you, said, honey, we made it through. But you'll never hear me complain. 'Cause I got friends in places where the whiskey drowns and the beer chases our blues away. And I'll be okay. Yeah, I'm not big on social graces. Think I'll slip on now to the old ways. And so I got friends low places. Guess I was wrong, just don't belong. But then I've been here before. Everything's alright, I'll just say goodnight and I'll show myself to the door. Hey, I didn't mean to cause a big scene. Just give me an hour and then I'll be as high as that ivory tower that you're living in. 'Cause I got friends in low places where the whiskey drowns and the beer chases my blues away. And I'll be okay. And I'm now being on social traces. Think I'll slip on down to the oasis. So I got friends in low places. I've got friends in low places where the whiskey drowns and the beer chases my blues away. Yeah, I'll be okay. I'm now being on social traces. I'll slip on down to the oasis. So I got friends in low places. I got friends in low places where the whiskey drowns and the beer chases my blues away. And I'll be okay. Yeah, I'm now being on social traces. Think I'll slip on down to the oasis. So I got friends in low places.
Where did he go? Feet hadn't been forgotten, Joe. I've been married a long time ago. Where did he come from? Where did he go? Where did he come from, Cotton Eye Joe? He came into town like a raging storm. He rode through the fields so handsome and strong. His eyes were his tools and his smile was his gift. It only had to come for us, having some fun. Feet hadn't been forgotten, Joe. I've been married a long time ago. Where did he come from? Where did he go? Where did he come from, Cotton Eye Joe? Where did he go? Feet hadn't been come from? Where did he go? Where did he come from? Cotton Eye Joe. If it hadn't been for Cotton Eye Joe, I'd been married a long time ago. Where did he come from? Where did he go? Where did he come from? Cotton Eye Joe.
And you call this next song, I Walk the Line.
What? What?
No country boy
Trap.
you can't have. To rising early in the sack. Thank God I'm a country boy. A simple kind of life never did me no harm. Raising me a family and working on the farm. These are all filled with an easy country charm. Thank God I'm a country boy. Well, I got me a fine wife, I got me a fiddle. When the sun's coming up, I got cakes on the griddle. Life ain't nothing but a funny, funny riddle. Thank God I'm a country boy. When the work's all done and the sun's setting low, I pull out the fiddle and I'm rousing up my bow. But the kids are asleep, so I keep it kind of low. Thank God I'm a country boy. And I play Sally Gooden all day if I could, but the Lord and my wife wouldn't take it very good. So I fiddle when I can, work when I should. Thank God I'm a country boy. Yeah, I got me a fine wife, I got me a fiddle. The sun's coming up, I got cakes on the griddle. Life ain't nothing but a funny, funny riddle. Thank God I'm a country boy. Here we go. Hey. Well, I wouldn't trade my life for diamonds or jewels. I never was one of them money-hungry fools. Rather have my farm, a fiddle, and tools. I thank God I'm a country boy. With the city folk driving in a black limousine. A lot of sad people thinking that's a mighty key. People, let me tell you exactly what I mean. I thank God I'm a country boy. Well, I got me a fine wife, I got me a fiddle. When the sun's coming up, the cakes on the fiddle. Life ain't nothing but a funny, funny riddle. Thank God I'm a country boy. Break it down. You see, my fiddle was my daddy's till the day he died. He took me by the hand, held me close to his side. He said, live a good life, play your fiddle with pride, and thank God you're a country boy. Yeah, my daddy taught me young, out of hunting, out of widow. Taught me how to work and play a tune on the fiddle. Taught me how to love, how to give just a little. Thank God I'm a country boy. Well, I got me a fine wife, I got me a fiddle. The sun's coming up, I got cakes on the griddle. Life ain't nothing but a funny, funny riddle. Woo! I thank God I'm a country boy.
Almost
Here we go.
West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountains, Shenandoah River.
Sing it with me.
Life is old here, older than the trees, younger than the mountains, growing like a breeze. Country roads take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, home mountain mama, take me home. Country road.
Somebody put the words in the chat.
All my memories
Gather round
her. Miner's lady, stranger to blue water.
Okay, I'll just say I'm
Dark and dusty, painted on the sky. Misty taste of moonshine, teardrop in my eye. Country roads, oh take me home
Miss Needle. Come on.
to the place I belong. West Virginia, home mountain mama, take me home, country road. Oh, take me home.
Oh, country road, just take me home.
I hear a voice in the morning hour, she calls me. The radio reminds me of my home, far away. Driving down the road, I get a feeling I should have been home yesterday, yesterday. Country roads, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, home mountain mama, take me home. Country roads, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, home mountain mama, take me home, take me home. Country roads, oh country roads, take me home. Oh country roads, take me home.
Uh-oh, here we go. We're going down to the bayou. Here we go. Yeah, get it. That old
Here come Amos.
Amos Moses. Ooh, yeah, Amos, get it, Amos.
Now Amos Moses was a Cajun. He lived by himself in the swamp. He hunted alligator for a living. He just knocked him in the head with a stomp. Louisiana law gonna get you, Amos.
Oh,
It ain't illegal hunting alligator down in the swamp now.
oh, here we go.
Well, everyone blamed this old man for making him mean as a snake. When Amos Moses was a boy, his daddy would use him for alligator bait.
Hey.
Tie a rope around his neck and choke him in the swamp. Yeah, alligator bait in the Louisiana bayou. About 45 minutes southeast of Thibodeau, Louisiana, live a man named Duck Millsap and his pretty wife Hannah. They raised up a son who could eat his weight in groceries.
They named him after a man of cloth. They called him Amos Moses.
Now the folks around South Louisiana said Amos was a hell of a man. He could trap the biggest, meanest alligator and just use one hand. That's all he got left, cause the alligator bit it. Left arm gone clean up to the elbow. Well, the sheriff got wind that Amos was in the swamp trapping alligator skin. So he stuck in the swamp gonna get the boy, but he never come out again. Well, I wonder where the Louisiana sheriff went to. Now you can sure get lost in the Louisiana bayou. About 45 minutes southeast of Thibodeau, Louisiana, lived a cat named Doc Millsap and his pretty wife Hannah. They raised up a son who could eat his weight in groceries. Named him after a man of the cloth. Called him Amos Moses. Sit down, Amos. About 45 minutes southeast of Thibodeau, Louisiana, lived a cat named Doc Millsap and his pretty wife Anna. They raised up a boy who could eat his weight in groceries. Named him after a man with a claw. Called him Amos Moses. His name is Amos Moses. Amos Moses.
2 a.m. and she's in my truck. Man, she done got drunker than a cooter. 12 Bud Lights deep, she's saying I'm gonna throw up, pull over. I met her down at Applebee's. She was smoking menthol, said she smoked a pack a day. Use a Bud Light bottle like it was an ashtray. She gets drunk and flirty, start pulling down on my pants. I said, don't touch my wiener. She said, give it to me, man. She gets real crazy when she drinks on that crowd. Slurs when she talks and then she stumbles around. Girls like her just wanna drink round after round after round. And there's 2 things that you're gonna find out. She fights like a man and she cusses real loud. If I was smarter, I'd have stayed myself at home and leave the redneck girls alone. And leave the redneck girls alone. They saying, boy, don't trust her. Redneck girls are tramps, talking dirty to me. She been around, she might have to clap her 3 divorces. Turning me on, she get her drunk, she get on her back, she at the bar. Buy more drinks, she like Bud Light. Drink it from the tap, they like to call you honey. Say they'll love you forever, then go get drunk and dump you. Find another dude and swear that y'all ain't nothing. Justin Booth's car, Uber, 2 bar, too drunk to drive her car. Can't walk cause it's too far. 2 things that you gonna find out. She fights like a man and she cusses real loud. If I was smarter, I'd have stayed myself at home and leave them redneck girls alone. There's 2 things that you gonna find out. She fights like a man and she cusses real loud. If I was smarter, I'd have stayed myself at home and leave the redneck girls alone. I think she needed to slow down and quit drinking all them White Claws. I told her to stop drinking, but she gon' keep on drinking like 2 things that you gonna find out. She fights like a man and she cusses real loud. If I was smarter, I'd have stayed myself at home and leave the redneck girls alone. 2 things that you gonna find out. She fights like a man and she cusses real loud. If I was smarter, I'd have stayed myself at home and leave the redneck girls alone. And leave the redneck girls alone. Leave the Had an eye for things that glitter, but I was far from being made of gold. I don't know how, but I scraped up the money. I just never could quite tell you no. Just like when you were leaving Amarillo, take that new job in Tennessee. I quit mine so we could be together. I can't forget the way you looked at me. Just to see you smile, I'd do anything that you wanted me to. When all is said and done, I never count the cost. It's worth all that's lost. Just to see you smile. When you said time was all you really needed, I walked away and let you have your space. All leaving didn't hurt me near as badly as the tears I saw rolling down your face. And yesterday I knew just what you wanted when you came walking up to me with him. So I told you that I was happy for you, and given the chance I'd like you just to see you smile. I'd do anything that you wanted me to. When all is said and done, I never count the cost. It's worth all that's lost. Just to see you smile. Just to see you smile. I'd do anything that you wanted me to. When all is said and done, I never count the cost. It's worth all that's lost. Just to see you smile.
When I pull up in the whip, they be saying goddamn. When I hop out with my shawty, they be saying goddamn. They never show me love, now they see I got bands, now they saying goddamn. When I pull up in the whip, they be saying goddamn. When I hop out with my shawty, they be saying goddamn. They never show me love.
Ooh, this chat, 21 years of dating. You up there with Preppy on 11 years of shenanigans. Miss Needle, 35 years in August. You were a child bride. What the heck? How old were you? Like 15, 16? Oh, boo. You been stuck? You don't know how to change the door locks. Y'all go. True story. True story. Dragonflies knows. She wouldn't leave. I had to change the lock. Not dragonflies. Ooh, thank God I changed the door locks. I called the sheriff and changed the door locks. He said it's the only way to keep them out. And, I did the dang thing, didn't I, Dragon?
Not for me.
Oh no, I said not for you. Thank God I was able to.
I'll break the damn door.
You would break the door down. Dragonflies would break the door down. She'd be sliding through. Let me tell you a funny story on dragonflies, okay? Okay, I'm going to tell you this funny story on dragonflies. So we were in Old Gypsy in the 36-foot Class A. So we went somewhere, and we came back, and she had left the keys. It was her. She said she was getting the keys. She left the keys on the table and locked the RV door. And locked everything. I said, nope, I ain't doing it today. I'm not doing it. And I said, you can climb through the bedroom window. And so we went and got a picnic table And it was the funniest sight ever.
I
She
was
was,
skinnier.
huh?
I was skinnier then.
You were. It doesn't matter how skinny you are. She was half in and half out the window, and I kept grabbing her legs, and she was yelling at me, and then she did the tuck and roll onto the bed. But she learned a lesson that day that if she says she's getting the keys, it's on her. I ain't climbing through no dang window. So it was. I was dying laughing. I've done a few of those good shenanigans to dragonflies, just like when we went fishing. And I told her if she didn't catch fish, she wasn't going to go. She was, yeah, she did. She climbed through that window. And, a Class A RV is high. So her feet were dangling. I just kept grabbing her feet and pulling her back. And she was getting a little frustrated with me, but it was hilarious. But the same thing happened when we went fishing, Miss Needle. I told her, if you don't catch a fish, you don't eat. She's like, what? And I'm like, if you don't catch a fish, you don't eat. and she and she didn't catch fish, and then my line snapped and got caught in a tree, and I caught two fish at one time, and she's like, go figure. But we've had so many. We were talking about this the other night. Like, it's fun to set with your husband or your wife and reflect of all.
Tell she's a wallflower. Good night.
Good night, she's a wildflower. Get some rest, boo. Hi, brave person. But it's fun to sit down with your partner, your husband, your wife, your girlfriend, long-term girlfriend or boyfriend or whatever, and really, yeah, probably that's probably why. But we sat and we talked about all the different adventures we've had, some good and some bad. But as you reflect back, it's like, wow, what a fun time. I mean, we have had so many fun adventures all over the place. And like when we were in the Grand Cayman and she had never went snorkeling. And like that was like one of the funnest. I thought that was so much fun. And we just found a camera, one of those underwater cameras, and it's a throwaway toss one, right? So we realized we were missing a bunch of pictures from that snorkeling trip. So we're gonna see if it's there. But she was scared to death of if there were. She's like, "Is there sharks in the water?" Well, go figure. It's the ocean. I would say there's sharks, darling. But she was like, "Holy smokes! There might be 46 years. That's wonderful, Fisherman 12. That's wonderful." But it makes you really come together as a couple. And like sometimes when you're feeling down or out, or if maybe your relationship's a little rocky or whatever, and you start talking and you start laughing and you go, whoa, we've had so much fun. Like I took her to Kentucky and we went to Abe Lincoln's birthplace. And there's it's probably one of my favorite pictures of us. We're standing in front of Lincoln's cabin. And then we went down to Knob Creek where he almost drowned when he was a baby boy. And she was like, no, I'm not getting in the water. I said, yes, you are. This is like a historical place. Abe Lincoln almost drowned right here. And she got in the water, and it's the cutest picture of her in the water. She's like, it's freezing. But it was those things like really, really just like makes my heart just, I love Kentucky. Storms, we used to go to Kentucky and spend like 2 months. And when we were on the road, and we would do shows, antique shows and special event shows and markets and stuff. And then we'd go to auctions, and then we would go to all different kinds of lakes and stuff. It's the only time I ever burnt the brakes was in that RV. And we were outside of, I think it was outside of E-Town, Elizabethtown. And we were following a semi, and he started burning his brakes, and I started panicking because I was like, our RV is heavy. And I'm like, this is not good. And we got on the wrong way to go to this campground. There was no way to turn around. And the road was like, and I was downshifting and trying to slow us down so we wouldn't rear end the semi that was having problems. And we pulled into that campground. And as soon as we got there, the first thing was a water station. And I was like, holy crap. And I told her, grab your purse, grab the computer, and get the animals and get off the RV. I really thought that we might have a rear end fire. It was just barreling with smoke. And then the park ranger came up and he's like, y'all okay? And I'm like, I don't know. He's like, I'm going to go grab a fire extinguisher. He came back. We let it set for like 15, 20 minutes and just talked. And yeah, we thought we were on fire. I was shaken after that drive because the further we went up that road, it was only like a 2-mile drive, but the further we went up that freaking road, the worse it got. And I was like, holy smokes, if this semi's having problems, we're about to have our own. And putting it into first gear and everything didn't work. It was something. But that campground was phenomenal. Then we found out as we left when I think we stayed there like a week.
Did you downshift?
Yeah, I downshifted all the way to first, but we were there for like a week, maybe 10 days, something like that. And I asked the park ranger when we left, I said, which way do we go to not go back the same way? He goes, oh, just take a left. Do y'all know that it was a quarter mile of nothing but a flat road? And I was like, are you shitting me? We just went through that, and now here it is, the road, the highway is that close. So we learned a lot. I think that's another thing that brought me and Dragonfly so close together, is that when we were on the road, it was me and her against the world, like literally. Like we had emergencies. We had a guy that was trying to get in our RV at like 2:30 in the morning in a truck stop. It was really me and her, and you never knew what kind of people you were going to come across, good or bad. And all the adventures we had a ball. Actually, I would like to, within the next 2 years, get another RV to go out only during the winter months and escape the cabin and go somewhere, like just tour around. I think that there's still hope. I hope there's still hope for all of us in this crazy, crazy world. I really do. Oh, crap. There's a lot going on. I was looking at that myself. There's so many different things going on right now, folks. I know that Trump took like 3 states, but there's a lot behind that too. There's a whole lot behind that. There is a $1.13 trillion in consumer credit card debt right now. It is hit the record high, and of course, delinquencies are surging, and people are really tripping out on everything. I mean, and then we have all these things that society is just becoming absolutely crazy. I'd say, most importantly, be careful. There was also a southern train derailment at Norfolk along the Lehigh River in Northampton County, Pennsylvania. That just happened. Let me see. Arizona residents drive entire Maricopa County Board of Supervisors out of meeting after serving them for treason after citizens stormed the room and informed them about their personal liability in the 2020 voting thing. Yeah. It's getting really, really just unbelievable. It's like we live in this clown show. It's like we're living in the clown show. And Trudeau, he just pledged another $3 billion to Ukraine, including $4 million for gender and diversity. And also, Trudeau passed a thing. Oh, they're trying to pass it. I don't know if it's passed yet, which is really crazy, is that if you're caught in public praying, or like say something happens and you use the Bible as a way to escape the bullcrap, they are saying that they're trying to pass it so that you cannot do that, and you could anything related to religion, you could face 15 to 20 years in prison.
There's an active shooter at the Hollywood Casino in Lawrenceburg, Indiana.
Who just wrote that one?
They didn't.
Oh, there's an active shooting incident at a casino
in Lawrenceburg, Indiana.
Wow. Well, that's because we're getting hacked. I mean, the hacking thing is off the chart. I'll probably do one tomorrow because it's crazy. Boo, did they say what's going on? Crap. Well, y'all, I'm going to get off here. I hope that y'all enjoyed it. We're going to take it out with one song, and keep your heads up. Keep your head on a swivel. Be safe out there, y'all. Be safe. It is escalating to the point of no return. And that being said, we're going to take it out with the world as we know it. It's gone. It's different, and it's not going back. I hate to say that, but it's not going back. And I think the only thing we can do is keep on keeping on, and most importantly is to be very cautious and very careful. wherever you're at, whatever you're doing, right? Because it's going to get. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. I hate to talk negativity, but we see this coming. We've seen it coming for 3 years, and this is why we prep. And I hope that you all keep prepping, even if it's only $5 a week, even if it's only $6 a week, whatever it is. Do not stop. Don't stop, because we're going to need it. Our kids are going to need it. I've gotten into our preps. We've gotten into our preps. We've used stuff, and that's why we prep. Is you don't want to run out of stuff, but the most important thing is really is to is just not to stop, like, and learn the skills. Learn as many skills as you possibly can. What happened to my library? My library is all jacked up. Let me see here. I can't even find our song now. What the heck? Oh, it put all these songs ahead of it. Oh, crazy. Crazy. I can't find the song. Let me see if I find it. Let's see. I think it's this one. No, it's not that one. Well, dang. Somebody somewhere. It's the end of the world as we know it. Oh, here. No, that's not it. Maybe? Hey, maybe. I think this might be it.
It's the end of the world as we know it.
Nope.
It's the end of the world as we know it. It's the end of the world as we know it. It's the end of the world as we know it. And I feel fine. It's time I have some as we know it alone. It's the time I have some as we time alone. It's the time I have some as we know it alone. And I feel fine. That's great. Starts with an earthquake. Birds and snakes and aeroplanes, but oh, I am not afraid. World serves its own needs. Listen to your heart bleed. Tell me, with the rapture and the reverend and the right. Your vitriolic, patriotic slam fight, bright light, feeling pretty sick. It's the time of the world as we know it. It's the time of the world as we know it. It's the time of the world as we know it.